I see you came back. I'm going to assume my looks had something to do with that. I understand. Take your time. Now, let's get into it. Today, we're talking about something simple. Check your edges. And before anybody gets confused, no, I am not talking about your hair. That situation is between you and your barber. I stay out of that. I like peace. I'm talking about your sewing, your work, the inside, the part that people swear nobody is going to see. And somehow, that's always the part that shows first. Funny how that works. Now, I was reading from a sewing book, Reader's Digest Complete Guide to Sewing, and it made something very clear. Your inside work has to be finished. Now, let me show you what that looks like. Let me share a story with you about a student of mine named Danielle. She was in my class for a couple of years, and I remember one day she brought me a shirt she made. Now, when she handed it to me fast. You know that move, that "here, take it real quick before you look too hard" move. That's the same move people use when they hand you food and say, "Try this," but they're watching you really closely. I took it anyway. Looked at the front. Nice fabric, good color. Shape was right. From the outside, it looked finished. And she was standing there, real still, waiting. You know that stance. Go ahead, say it looks good. So I said nothing. Then I turned it inside out and paused. Now, when a teacher pauses like that, that's not suspense. That's trouble. Threads hanging like they're paying rent. Nothing secured. It looked like the shirt just gave up halfway through, like it clocked out early and said, "You got it from here." So I said, "Danielle, you have to finish this. You need a zigzag stitch or a serger, and if you don't have that, use pinking shears. But those edges have to be finished." Because Danielle was doing the same thing the book was talking about. She kept doing it. Same mistake, over and over again. The kind of mistake that looks fine until it doesn't. And that's how sewing gets you. It doesn't argue with you. It doesn't warn you. It just waits. Real patient, too, like it got nowhere to be. The book basically said, don't do that, because once it starts fraying, all it needs is one trip to the washing machine, and that's it. That washing machine will put that shirt out of its misery. It doesn't care how long you worked on it either. That machine will humble you real fast. And I'm looking at it thinking, I'm trying to save her from that situation before it even gets there. Because once fabric starts coming apart, you're not fixing it, you're negotiating with it. And fabric doesn't negotiate. It just keeps unraveling like it has a personal problem. And Danielle said, "Well, I was going to fix it, but it looked fine." I said, "That's what it wants you to think. It always looks fine, right before it embarrasses you. That's how unfinished work behaves, quiet at first, then loud at the wrong time." Now, about a week later, Danielle came back. Same shirt. This time, she worked on it. It wasn't perfect. Some edges were better, some parts were clean. Some stitches looked like they had a rough week, like they tried, but life got involved. But she was trying, and that matters. Because once you start caring about the inside, your outside automatically gets better. That's sewing, and life. Same rules. Now let me stretch this just a little bit further, because this is where people mess up. They rush. They say, "I'll fix it later. I'll clean it up later. I'll go back and finish it later." Later never shows up. Later be busy. Later got plans. Later don't know you. And sewing will remind you of that every time. Because unfinished edges don't stay hidden. They are just waiting on movement, waiting on washing, waiting on pressure, waiting on the exact moment you thought you were done. And that's why I didn't mind explaining it again, because I think she got it. I think she understands now. I think she's going to be fine. And honestly, that's all you want as a teacher. Not perfect, just better. I wonder if she's still sewing now. That was a couple of years ago. I don't know. But I hope she is. And I hope she is finishing her edges. Or at least checking them before the washing machine does. Now let me ask you something. Have your work ever started out like that, before you got better? Did you have the same problem Danielle had? And what did you do to remind yourself to finish your edges? Leave that in the comments. Make something. Fix something. Do something good. And be proud of it. And remember, some edges don't show up right away. They wait, then introduce themselves. And they never introduce themselves politely.